text Candace because I got her number. I talked to Candace. I texted her. I said, well, that's crazy. I'm praying for you, sis. What is going on here? And she pretty much told me, and I'm not gonna say what our private message was, but she pretty much alluded to the fact that she got evidence that they did some little shenanigans over there in France and they hired somebody to kill her. So this idiot, whom you can read his name on there, clout chasing, y'all. I want you to understand this very clearly. People do this for clout and they do this to make money. Like and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notification anytime I go live. I make a video, and make sure if you want to message me or send me any of the information that you want me to know, whether it's questions or not, send it to me at brandon@freedomchat.com. Let's get into this. Now we got to talk about this viral clip of me regarding Candace Owens' assassination. Y'all, I swear the internet is losing its mind. I don't get it anymore. I almost think that the internet and these social media platforms are colluding to create division and chaos. It is very interesting to me the way people are responding to clips. When you post a lie or deception, it goes so much further than the actual truth. So let's get to the matter here, because I'm so mad at this, man. I was up all night trying to defend myself because somebody took something I said out of context. So now I got to put it in context for the whole world to see. And I hope this goes, but the thing is, this won't go viral. Nobody's going to watch this. They'll watch bull crap, but they won't watch this. Let's pull it up. So this idiot, whom you can read his name on there, clout chasing, y'all. I want you to understand this very clearly. People do this for clout and they do this to make money. If you look at this guy's platform, I swear he retweet everything Candace thinks and says. Even before she say it, he's retweeting it because there's money to be made. The more views you get on X, the more posts and the more engagement, you get money. This guy's probably making a couple $1,000s a month doing this. And this is why, even though he's wrong, and I'm gonna prove it to you in a minute, he didn't take this tweet down. This X post, I said, take that thing down because you're deceptive and you lied. And I'm gonna prove it here in a minute. Let me read it. He said, holy crap, Officer Tatum now says that he has seen the evidence regarding the assassination threat on Candace Owens. Brandon Tatum says that he's convinced and believes there needs to be a serious consequence for the French government. This is insane. Pray for Candace Owens. Either he didn't watch the clip or he did this and intentionally lied. Let me show you the clip, and then I'm going to put my show into context with the totality of what I said regarding Candace Owens' claims. I'm going to get back on his head because he came and retracted what he said and didn't delete the post. And then I'm going to go through and explain exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying about Candace in my own words, so nobody misconstrue anything. Here's the clip that went viral that's trending on X. Roll it. Freedom is fragile, and now is the time to take a stand. That's why I trust Patriot Mobile, the only Christian conservative wireless provider with premium coverage on all 3 major networks. Switch today at patriotmobile.com/Tatum or call 972-PATRIOT. Use promo code Tatum for a free month of service. Then, brother, the American government, I don't care how much you don't like Candace, I don't care how much you've been trashing the American government and the FBI, they got to do something. And I'm going to tell you what they will do. It doesn't matter right, wrong, or indifferent. They have to investigate this. They have to investigate this. And I think that if it is found to be true and the proof prevails, which I'm convinced, after talking to Candace and the stuff that we talked about, I'm convinced, then that means that there should be dire consequences for the French government and whoever else was involved, the Macrons or whatever, dire consequences. I'm talking about the American government should go after them like never before. All right, that's what I said. I'm talking to my wife, she said, explain why people can be confused about this or whatever it can be. I get it, but that's why you got to listen to the video in its full context, because I spoke about whether or not I saw evidence and whether or not I agreed or not 100%, whether my other theories about the topic in the entire video. People are so disingenuous. Now, here's some excerpts from the full stream so you can see contextually how I got to that 45-second clip. Roll it. And this is not something I just read on the internet, because I text Candace because I got her number. I talked to Candace. I texted her. I said, well, that's crazy. I'm praying for you, sis. What is going on here? And she pretty much told me, and I'm not going to say what our private message was, but she pretty much alluded to the fact that she got evidence that they did some little shenanigans over there in France and they hired somebody to kill her. And so, with her saying this, It's insane, right? I mean, one or two things are true. Either this is completely made up or Candace is on to something. And if this is completely made up, this would be the craziest thing in world history. And the latter, which I believe is more plausible, is that they actually did this. Then, brother, the American government, I don't care how much you don't like Candace, I don't care how much you've been trashing the American government and the FBI, they got to do something. Now, my only thing here is that I hope that somebody in the government in France isn't paid to deceive Candace. Like this is what my fear is. And I'm gonna talk to her about this later, which she seems very convinced that this is verifiable. She says she has evidence, so she's convinced. My fear was that it is easier to deceive, manipulate, and it's easier to pay to destroy your platform than it is to try to kill you. Because killing you is a bigger ramification than somebody hacking you or paying somebody to create a false story to give you. Now, Candace Owens will have the benefit of the doubt if somebody in good faith gave her all this information, she believed them in good faith. But it will be incredibly embarrassing if the French government hired somebody to fake like they're a government official, giving them all the information that they need in order to put this plot out here to try to make Candace look bad. I can see them doing that strategically, and it's probably worth a lot less than $1.5 million for somebody to do it. I will say this, because it's not verified. I don't have any verifiable evidence. Candace didn't show me verifiable evidence, but she did say that she had it, and I have not asked her for the evidence because I have to do it on a secure platform, which is the secure platform that I've invested in and I believe in. The CEO and I was talking about it, helping them develop it, and that's Freedom Chat. And I told Candace yesterday, don't text me this stuff on the cell phone. Send it to me on Freedom Chat where it's encrypted. And we can have a conversation without the government putting their fingers in it. All right, y'all, so this is preliminary information. I don't have all the information. Candace haven't dropped it. I'm sure she probably drop it on the show later on the day. I'll be watching to see if she puts some information out there. I don't know how much she can give. If she were to give this to the FBI, which she's told me that she notified them, this is probably a matter under investigation. She probably can't even divulge all the stuff. But now, that's the totality of some of the things that I said in the show. So it wasn't unequivocal that I have proof that she did it. I was convinced that she did it, or that what she said was true, that she told me. Now, I don't have no evidence to say that the evidence that she have is true. I just didn't believe she would lie to me. But let me go back to the little dum-dum real quick, because this is how things go viral and people just do it for clicks and clout. This is what he says in the post right underneath the one that he did originally. He said, "You guys, I spoke too soon." Brandon Tatum said he hasn't seen the proof. No, you didn't speak too soon. You lied. What do you mean you spoke too soon, fool? It's in me saying I don't have no proof, and what you shared is in the same video. It's a 16-minute video. It ain't that hard. It ain't like it was a 4-hour show. It was a 16-minute video. And he said Brandon Tatum said he hasn't seen the proof. He was convinced is real after talking to her about the threats. He says he would not endorse anything without seeing evidence. However, he quite literally endorsed the legitimacy of Candace Owens, and he goes on to say something else. But this fool it's clear to me that he lied. I never said I wouldn't endorse something without it. People don't understand how to compartmentalize, because half of the people online are completely stupid to me. They cannot think. Let me explain how this happened when it comes to Candace Owens. I see what Candace Owens say online just like everybody else do. There are things she say I disagree with, like everybody else that agree with me may disagree with her. Candace has been trashing the United States government for I don't know how long now. For her to come to me and say, I'm sending this to the government, my mind go two ways, but my mind do lean a certain way more than the other. One is that she's lost her mind and she just made all this up for clout. The other is, if she's willing to deal with the government she said is fake, maybe, just maybe, this is real to her. Maybe, just maybe, somebody did give her information that needs to be investigated. I personally Candace have never lied to me personally. I don't know what else she say online or nothing like that. I don't look at everything she write. But when I have talked to Candace and we have conversed back and forth, Candace nothing that she said to me has been a lie. Now, that don't mean that she ain't start lying to me. I'm just saying that I lean more towards believing what she's saying because I directly communicated with her. And she was telling me that this person did this, and she didn't give me any names because obviously some of that is investigatory, and I don't want nobody's name because I don't want nothing to do. I want the people that can investigate to do it. But she said this happened. This is where she got the information. They showed her this, and there was money gone this, and she was this and this and that, and it was convincing to me that like that sounds legitimate enough that you need to give this to the government. That was all I said to her. You need to present. I know you don't like that. You need to present this to the federal government. Like you need to, like, I know you don't like them and don't trust them, but you gotta notify them. That's kind of where, I went with it. And so all I'm saying for anybody to clip this, if they want to clip it, and shout out to Emma, she put out the information very quickly, but I'll show. We'll talk about Emma in a second, but I want people to understand this very clearly. My stance on this. My friend, whom I love, although I disagree with on certain things, said that somebody hired a hitman or a country or whatever, hired a hitman to kill her. That's a lot different than saying Turning Point USA did something or somebody did something to somebody else that have nothing to do with her life or death. She said, these people, I have evidence that somebody was trying to kill me. So as a friend, I want to communicate with her and say, what evidence you got? This is crazy. How can I help you? Because I don't want you to die. I don't want somebody to kill my friend. I already saw Charlie die, and I'm closer to Candace than I was to Charlie. And then when your friend tell you, in good faith, we've been friends for a long time, almost a decade. When they tell you, Brandon, I got undeniable evidence here. This person sent me this, and I'm going to notify the government because this is crazy. I hope they do the right thing. They literally transferred money to get a hit on me, and they hired these people to kill me. And some other people have called me and corroborated, not fully, but to a certain degree, that there's more to some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not that it's 100% true, but there's something more to this. And Candace, what she's saying could be, when I say legitimized, I mean, somebody could have literally said something to her that have evidentiary value. That don't necessarily mean that what they said is verifiably true, but that could be that somebody actually said this to her. Meaning that I don't think she just made it up out of thin air. Somebody probably came and gave her some real legitimate information. And this is why she allegedly given it to the government. And so I just wanted that to be out there. It's not that I'm endorsing everything that Candace Owens ever said and what she did. It's that when your friend come to you and say something and you've been friends with this person for a very long time, you don't have any reason to believe that they would just flat out lie to you. She could tell me on a tweet like, yeah, man, I don't really know what's going on. That's not what she told me. And so I'm going to believe her until something is proven differently. And if something comes out and it proves that Candace completely lied to me, then I'm going to address it. But at this point, I'm going to leave it to where it is. All right, we got to get to a couple more stories that I want to talk about today because we're going to have a Thanksgiving dinner like nobody business. Me and my wife, we're going to go out to eat for the first time. We normally cook at the house, but man, we don't feel like cooking. We don't feel like dirtying them dishes. We don't feel like having all these people at our house. We want to do it all at a restaurant. So we're going to go to a really nice restaurant. I'm not going to tell y'all which restaurant because I don't want you pulling up on me. I don't want none of y'all losing your life on Thanksgiving, okay? Just let it go. And I'm talking about the haters. I'm not talking about the ones that love me. You see me somewhere and you love me, come give me a big old hug and I'll hug you back. I am armed though, so don't play with me. All right? But outside of that, we're going to have a really good time. Got the family out here every day.